truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it could go bad for you. Hit like, comment, subscribe, you know what to do. Be cool, city lights shining so bright. Fine dining nights feels right. Flights to places far from sight. Get right, ruthless truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it could go bad for you. In the city where we move, stay cool. Underneath the neon glow, life is fast but take it slow. Every moment like a show. Let's go. Tonight we got energy flows we can't hide. Feel alive, we outside. Moments fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Moments fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Ruthless fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Ruthless truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it good bad for you. In the city where we move, stay cool. Stay cool.
Hey, nobody bigger than the program.
I don't got no enemies, I ain't got no issues, I don't want no enemies, I don't want no issues, I just want peace, I just want joy, and I just want freedom. I love my freedom.
There's two reasons why a man leaves his wife or files for divorce. Number one is another woman pushing him to do it, okay? Or number two is something real foul went down. Oh my God. What are you doing?
So Jeannie Mai's worst fear just came to life after Jeezy snapped and exposed the real reason for their divorce. A raw, unedited sex tape featuring her and her lover, Mario Lopez. That tape is currently making the rounds on the dark web, sold to the highest bidder. Jeannie Mai is scrambling because she spent the last few months painting Jeezy out to be a monster, only for it to turn out that she was the one being two-faced the whole time. But now everyone's asking, did Jeezy just snap out of the blue, or has he been planning this the whole time?
Jeannie Mai was trying to keep her marriage together. But when Jeannie Mai realized that she was losing the battle in the court of public opinion, when she realized that Jeezy was dead serious about getting not only joint custody but possibly primary custody of their child, she had to go into damage control, and she is now accusing him of she posted a picture, I'm not going to show y'all the picture, of her, I guess her foot, and she claims that he did something to her foot, not her face, but her foot.
Before we even get into Jeezy and Jeannie Mai's divorce and the fallout from it, we first have to talk about the moment when fans realized that Jeezy was done with her for good, because that moment was caught on camera. It was during a recent interview with The Breakfast Club. Jeezy was asked about what life after marriage was like and if he had any regrets at all, and his response shocked fans because he wasn't angry or resentful. He just calmly said he felt great and finally free from the marriage. He added that he was happy he no longer had to deal with enemies. In his words, "I'm putting myself first at all costs." And that line, putting myself first at all costs, it rang out because it was clear that Jeezy was done for real this time. If you watch closely, you can catch the moment it hit.
Yeah, peace, man. I'm all about understanding.
And here, there it is there. Walk to the show, hit the like button on your way in the door. But you know, he said what he said, right? And I agree, men don't leave their wives, man. For a man to divorce his wife, it's very difficult to divorce his wife, because men, we invest a lot, money, time, all those things, right? So for men to file a divorce, usually it's infidelity on the women, or it was just overbearing. But this chick with Jeezy, you know, really set the tone of this is what a marriage life is like, right? So finding a wife doesn't guarantee a healthy life. You know, you find your wife, because in these relationships, in these marriages, women seem to hold the key to not taking accountability. They're always victim mentality. They seem like they want to be very combative. These women are not, women are overwhelmingly underperforming in these marriages. And it's just, they don't want to, when you find out the truth of the matter, that these marriages are ending, and it's not always infidelity in the way of having sex, but it's all about the growth, right? When you get married, there should be a continual growth, right? A continual growth of respect, admiration, and appreciation. And it just seems like when people get married, it goes opposite, right? It's more either happy wife, happy life, or hey, I got to leave you.
And then I'm all about what's best for everybody.
Yeah.
The greater good. And it just like, I'm just telling you, like my life, I tell myself this every day, like, man, this is amazing. I don't got no enemies. I ain't got no issues. I don't want no enemies. I don't want no issues. I just want peace. I just want joy. And I just want freedom. I love my freedom.
Now, remind you, this is after he divorced. This is after he divorced his wife. He's talking about, I ain't got no enemies. I got peace. So when he married, because, Jeezy came from a very, drug dealing, hood type dude. So when he got married, he thought, and this is what I've been saying for a long time, when us men marry, we don't marry for conflict. We want to be pleasurable, peaceful. That to us is part of the reason why we marry. Because we're figuring we're marrying someone who we get along with. So, that is why men pay the money, a large sum of money, and do all those rings ceremonies and pay for the weddings. Men do all these things because he's getting himself a deal to enter a life of pleasurable experience. And that's what Jeezy did, right? He's a rapper. So then he said, you know what? I'm going to marry this woman because I want it to be pleasurable. This is my soulmate. This is my person. And now he's divorced. He's like, now I ain't got no enemies. Now I got peace. So when he married her, she created a hostile environment.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I love it. Like, you just talk about, I came up here independently. I just called, like, I'm coming to the Breakfast Club. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got to check in. I ain't got to talk to no label. I ain't got to do nothing. Shout out to Def Jam. Love y'all. But it's just like, freedom and ownership is everything. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're talking art, you're talking culture, you're talking your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've worked hard my whole life. This is the season of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting myself first at all costs. You know what I'm saying?
So, when just a few weeks ago, rumors started circulating that Jeezy had finally snapped and released tapes that could end both Jeannie Mai and Mario Lopez's careers, it didn't take much for people to believe. Reports were flying that Jeezy had found out that Jeannie was sneaking around with her colleague Mario for weeks. He was heartbroken, just devastated when he went through Jeannie's phone and found spicy texts between both of them. But here's the kicker. Allegedly, Jeezy wasn't even planning to divorce her at that moment. He kept hoping that she would end the affair and that they could work on their marriage. But then he received a bunch of tapes from an anonymous source, and his world turned upside down when he found out that they were tapes of his wife and another man getting it on. He
married the devil. See, and this is what these women do. They trick niggas all the time. And niggas fall for it all the time. Get in these marriages, and they think that these women that they're marrying, good women, forever. This is my soulmate. This is my person. And next thing you know, 6 months into a year, these niggas is regretting it. this is what this is why the women file so much, man, because they want to save their men. Like, look, they're saving their husband from themselves. They're like, it's not fair to make him put up with all this money he's paying. He's taking care of me, and I hate him. I hate myself. I hate everything. These women get in these marriages and underperform at a high rate. And this is why Ruthless is anti-marriage, because it just, women can't seem to get it right. They can't seem to get it right. They can't seem to bring forth a productive and pleasurable experience in marriage or even long-term relationships. It just seems like they're always complaining, and that always women fatigue is real.
Only been married to Jeannie for about 2 years at this point, but he couldn't stand to be with her for even one more second. He called up his lawyer faster than Jeannie could say couples therapy. But even as he was crashing out, one nagging thought kept bothering him. He was hurt, but not surprised that Jeannie had cheated on him. Because if he was being honest, the signs were there all along. He just chose to ignore them. And that realization, it felt like a sucker punch to his gut. Now here's where the story gets more interesting. A quick dig through Jeannie's former posts and comments on social media, and fans could tell that there was always something shady going on between her and Mario Lopez. The first thing that really stood out was that clip from an episode of The Real where she made some controversial comments about black and white men. Even from the faces of her co-hosts, you can tell how outrageous that comment was. And Jeannie was just there smiling like everything was okay. The only person that called her out was Tamar Braxton, and even then you can see Jeannie immediately go on the defensive, and that's what makes this moment so crazy. Because if Jeezy just exposed a tape of Jeannie sneaking around with Mario, it lines up perfectly with what she admitted years ago on The Real, that black men were just her side flings, while white men were her real partners.
You dated black guys.
Loved black guys. Yeah, I did. But for me, dark meat on the side, white keeps me mean and lean. You know, that's why I married white man. That's what I like.
Hold up. What do you mean, dark meat on the side?
She lightweight offensive. I am
No,
going
I'm
to
not.
hush.
I'm saying I really do think black men are attractive. I do. Like, that's my...
Well, what do you mean, dark meat on the side?
That means, honey.
You
know what that means.
Wait, what are you reading it as?
How did you say it?
I'm just saying, when I think about men, I like dark men. I do.
Right, you like your main man to be white and your side
No, that is not what I mean.
Explain what you mean.
Okay,
what you
what
meant.
I meant is I used to date black men. Okay,
Uh-huh.
I think they're attractive. But what I decided to stick to, because it just kept me happiest, was my man Freddie, who happens to be white.
Are you
okay?
That old clip doesn't just look racist now, it looks like...
So why did she marry him? She was dick whipped, right? And obviously he was doing everything she said and acquiescing to her. And once she broke him, she started sleeping around with white dudes. Or I think Latino dude. What's up, Jay Will? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. But yeah, finding a wife does not guarantee a healthy life, man. I'm telling you, these women, in my opinion, women make the marriages and the relationships unbearable. They argue about everything. They got these emotional roller coasters. They're very promiscuous, right? They're very insecure, right? Always accusations, always accusing, and always deflecting. Women are never black and white. Just, I was wrong. Right? What's up, Zyrox? Good top of the morning. Look who's here up early in the morning. And this is why to me, and this is my opinion, I think women are better served in short-term gratification. Long-term commitments are not women's strength because they can't seem to be able to hold it together or piece together a masterpiece of respect, admiration, loyalty, all the things that they demand, all the expectations they demand from the man. They can't seem to keep up the same energy, right? That's what's happening. That's why they're divorcing so much. And I do respect women more for divorcing because at least she's not going to continue to let that man live in the lie, right? A lot of them are divorcing and they say, fuck it, I just want to go out, do my thing. I'm not going to be in this shit no more.
Foreshadowing for why this marriage was doomed and why Jeezy finally snapped, and fans dragged her through the sewers for it. One comment that really struck was this one that said, "It got me when she didn't immediately understand how that came off." Like, Tamar really had to give her the dummy version to explain how it sounded, for her to basically reaffirm with her clarification. But there were even more comments that hinted at something even more disturbing, and this one pretty much summarizes it. "And that's why I never liked her marriage to Jeezy. She had a fetish for black men." That single comment broke the internet, because in hindsight, fans could see that Jeezy and Jean Mai were doomed from the start for one simple reason: she never liked black men. Now here's where things go from shady to sinister. There were red flags from the beginning of Jeezy and Jeannie's relationship, but the one that stood out the most was the fact that Jeannie couldn't hide the fact that she wasn't actually into black men. And when you remember she was married to a white man for over a decade with no kids, only to turn around and get pregnant with Jeezy almost instantly, the pattern feels even more sinister. Because if the tape rumors are true, it makes it look less like Jeannie ever loved Jeezy, and more like she was using him all along, chasing a fetish and a mixed baby image for her brand. On top of that, she kept claiming that she didn't want to have kids or settle down again for the longest time.
And he's saying it for me.
So, but he's
What are you
never
gonna
said
do?
it. He's never said
No,
anything.
I've heard him say to people, I wouldn't mind having children, and I do love children.
And this is why women are selfish. Women are very selfish, man. This is why they don't make good marriage partners. This is why you don't marry them. This is why you don't long-term relation to them. They're selfish. They're too selfish. Women are incapable of love. Period. They're incapable of love. When it comes to reciprocation to the man, right? They love themselves. Yeah, women love themselves, but they're incapable of sharing a pleasurable. Because if you love someone, you don't want to beef with them. You don't want to leave them. You don't want to dog walk. You want the same experience to be pleasurable. But what happens? The selfishness takes over. The egotistical psychopath takes over. Now it's me, 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 me. Everything's about me. And this is where the cycle of divorce rate continues to grow. This is where the cycle of 304s are continuing to grow. Because women are saying, you know what? I don't want to be married. I'd rather be out here doing what I do, right? So, finding a wife does not guarantee a healthy life. And that's what, and this is what Ruthless has a very I would say a bone to pick with the married people, right? Being married is one thing, but having a healthy marriage, that's a whole different thing. And I believe truly, if a man is happy wifing, happy lifing, his marriage is unhealthy. I just 100% believe that. I just 100% believe that. Even if she's not cheating, right? Even if she's not cheating, I still think, she could be unhealthy. See, everybody always talks about infidelity. Infidelity is not the only thing that could destroy a marriage. It's also about respect. It's also about, how you be talked to, how we communicate. All those things are very, very important. They're like at the top of the list. Respect and communication are me supersede love and lust. Right? Because love is fleeting, right? It comes, you love somebody one day, be mad at them the next, right? But respect is the foundation, and communication is the revelation. Do you think this is an intrinsic characteristic, or do you think this is society is conditioning a lot of women to behave? It's intrinsic. It's intrinsic. These women Because the reason why I say it's intrinsic, and let me add context, because women are enslaved through their emotions and the way they feel. So it's intrinsic. That means if she feels, I mean, we understand that feelings are fleeting, right? You're happy one day, sad one day, depressed the next day, angry the next day, right? It fluctuates. So it's intrinsic. But once again, right, for any marriage to be healthy, let me preface that. For any marriage to be healthy, it has to be equal on the level of respect. It's got to be for it to be healthy. That means ain't no happy wife and happy life in the there are. When you're wrong, you get called out. No, you get called out for your wrongness, and we accept accountability. We move on, and we forgive each other, and we move on. Every marriage has to have a level. Each person has to have a level of accountability for their actions, and not only a level of accountability, but need to try to be more better for the sake of their, counterpart. You have to be able to reciprocate the respect, because if he's respecting you, then she needs to respect him. That means we can't be talking to each other crazy. You can't be talking to me crazy. But Jeannie Mae was crazy. She was crazy. She was, in my opinion, she was a psychopath bitch, right? Because not only did she cheat on Jeezy, right? But now check this out. Let me show you what she did. And let me show you how toxic their marriage was. Right? Let me bring this document up. This is how crazy she was, right? This is the unhealthy, toxic marriage that was going on. So first and foremost, be clear. This is the petitioner. This is Jeezy, right? Respondent's motion to enforce the response. So she alleged that he did all these things to her, right? And then he responds with a motion to enforce a response petitioner motion to vacate media agreement was filed with fabricated allegation to destroy the name, brand, and reputation of the petitioner, which is Jeezy. So she was trying to destroy his name. First and foremost, to be clear, the petitioner has never held the respondent against her will, ever. So she was claiming that this nigga kidnapped her. Right? This is his wife. Now, any woman who lies and says, oh, my husband kidnapped me, you know she's a psychopath, right? Then, two, the petitioner has never struck the respondent with a closed fist across her cheekbone and eye, or punched or choked the respondent in any manner whatsoever. So she falsely accused Jeezy of all these things, right? And now his lawyers obviously drew up this document to petition that she lied. And no charges were ever filed, right? Because these allegations were obviously false. And guess what? There's no accountability for her. There's no accountability for her. All she did is, oh, okay. Okay. And this is what these women do in these marriages, man. It's very gruesome. And let's read the next part. Those allegations. Okay, also, let me not skip. Okay. Petitioner has never pushed the respondent down any stairs. Those allegations are completely unsubstantiated. The petitioner does not own an AK-47. The petitioner specifically denies that he has left guns and bullets all over the marital home. The claims by the respondent are entirely fabricated and staged in an intentional effort to destroy the petitioner's name, Jeezy, brand, and reputation because this divorce action was filed. So because he filed divorce on her, she got the lion. This is why you don't marry these helpless niggas. Just quit giving them rings. Quit giving them their rings because they don't appreciate it. Soon as he filed for divorce because he found out she was cheating, she got the lion. Right? All of a sudden, he's holding her. He kidnapped her. Then she said he struck her. This is women, what they do. They play this victim. And one thing about women, they hate to lose. They hate to lose. They hate it in their bones, deep in their soul, to lose even when they're wrong. They can't stand it. It's almost maybe the next worst thing the only worst thing you can do to a woman besides her losing is probably, I don't know, but I think that might be the worst. Women hate to lose. And he filed a divorce on her, which make her look bad, made her look like a bad person, a bad wife. So now she got to felling out all these accusations. Oh, he kidnapped me. Oh, he struck me in the cheekbone and the eye and punched me and choked me. Well, okay, let's see. Let's get to a medical examiner to see. Let's see your cheekbone. Oh, well, it doesn't seem like you have any contusions, right? So you know that didn't go fly. Didn't kidnap it. Well, when did you call him? Did you call the police when he freed you? How long ago did he kidnap you? What day he kidnapped you? What time? How did he do it? Do you have any rope marks, anything? Nope. Oh, well, you're lying. So obviously, when somebody makes these type of allegations, right, there's going to be an investigation. Stupid bitch. So then those allegations are completely unsubstantiated. So meaning the petitioner has never pushed her down. So she said to the judge, this nigga pushed me down the stairs. So 3 things. First, she said once he got the divorce papers, she went and lied and said he kidnapped her. Then she said he socked her in the jaw, on the cheekbone, across the eye. Then she said he pushed her down the stairs. This woman is fucking crazy. She done lost her. Know how much time that'll get you? That right there, if that was true, that's like 20 years. Maybe because Jeezy, y'all know, for Jeezy, he got a record. That's like 20 years. So, and then also she said he had an AK-47. He was leaving guns and bullets around the house. She just making up shit because she's trying to make him look bad in front of the judge and get him put in jail. Because women hate to lose. These women are destructive. These women are selfish. You never want to get in a relationship with someone who hates to lose. You just don't do it. You just don't do it. Because this could be your consequences. Lies. Women, and one thing about women, they lean on that victim. This is what they do. They argue with you, they say some shit, they do some hurtful shit. And when you call them wrong, oh, you hit me. Oh my gosh, you're threatening me. Bitch, I'm not threatening you, I'm just telling you wrong. Oh. And this is what women do. They understand that they got the police force behind them. The believe all women ideology behind them. Other women behind them. And they will play this card. And let me preface this. Women will play this card if there's ever a situation where they're losing or think they can lose, they're going to pull that card. And I don't care what race she's, black, white, Asian, Indian, etc. They will play that card. 100%. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure. I'm not really, not necessarily. He probably picks the kid up and these type of allegations, their social life is definitely over. So he might have his people go pick the kid up and bring the kid back to him to stay away from her because she's, you know what I mean? She's lying. She could lie again, right? So he probably has his people go pick the kid up, bring the kid to him, and gets his whatever custody. I don't know if he have full custody or whatever yet, but no, they are tied together. And I guess the kid looks like, and the kid got to be exchanged. But at the same time, this is why you don't marry these women, man. I'm telling you, don't do it. These women are diabolical. And they'll do anything to win against you. They don't care. They don't give a fuck. And, Jeezy, had money. He was a pretty successful rapper. We gave her, no, not necessarily. Not necessarily. He can have a restraining order on her. Or like she dropped the kid off, then he could send somebody else to, like, let's say she wants to see the kid, she could have his auntie, his uncle, or his security take the kid and put it in their car. Yeah, he doesn't necessarily have to have contact with her. So, I mean, it should be done, right? These people got money. Jeezy got money. But she doesn't have access to him. Nope, he could cut that off. After these allegations, listen, after these allegations that she petitioned to the court, ain't no way I will let her even see my face again in person. With that kind of money, I have, once again, auntie or somebody of a woman go take the child to her, pick the child up for me, because I want to stay 1,000 feet from this. I want to stay within miles from this woman because she's already showed that she's a liar. And I'm not going to risk, right? I'm not going to take the risk that she might lie on me again. Because you know why she made these allegations? Because she was ready to sue. She wanted money from him. This bitch is scandalous. But these how these women are, man. Women look at men from a business perspective. Jeezy was, I love this. Oh, yeah, my piece. She looking at him as, yes, he's rich, lifestyle. She even gave him a baby because she wanted to lock in her lifestyle. But she got a little greedy. She got to mess with the Latino dude. He was blowing her back out. Because that's what women do, Women know, listen, the women know how to obtain a man. A woman knows how to obtain a marriage. A woman knows how to obtain a relationship, but they also know how to destroy him. Real talk. Real talk. And these women are vicious like this, man. These women are vicious like this. They don't care. They will put themselves first. They will put themselves first.
Children. I know. It's a
don't
little.
Want to, come on, you can put one out for him.
Lonnie, no.
One is not gonna hurt. We'll help you take care of it. We'll give it to Aiden. Ain't no help.
You guys.
So everyone was shocked when just a year after she finalized her divorce, she popped up with a new man, Jeezy. And this wasn't just a casual relationship or fling. They went from strangers to engaged within a year. Now, that probably wouldn't be a terrible thing under normal circumstances, but going from not wanting to settle down again to being engaged within a year felt like a crazy jump. When she was asked about it, all she said was that her and Jeezy were grown-ups in their late 30s, knew what they wanted, and didn't see any reason to delay. But fans saw right through that for the red flag it was. Because just a year before that, what she wanted was the complete opposite of what she was doing with Jeezy. In the 2 years that they were together, Jeannie and Jeezy seemed to have beat the odds and were having a great relationship. She posted cute photos and videos of her and their baby all the time, and in most of them, they looked like a really cute family.
Oh my God! But hold up, I gotta play this video. Oh, oh man, look at this. Look, that chick was so right. Let me play this video real quick. Let's play this video real quick. Oh man, that video is on point. Let me see.
Means nothing. A woman buying you gifts means nothing. A woman becoming the mother of your child still means nothing. A woman moving in with you doesn't mean it's real. A woman posting your pictures all over social media means absolutely nothing. Even when a woman says I love you, but that alone means nothing. And let me surprise you, even a woman marrying you can still mean nothing. What truly means something is a woman who respects you, values you, and stands by your side not just in comfort but through struggle. A woman who grows with you, builds with you, and believes in you when the world doubts you. That, my friend, is the kind of love that truly matters. Because beauty fades, words fade, even passion fades. But loyalty, respect, and effort, they stand the test of time. The right woman won't just love the man you are. She'll help you become the man you were born to be. A woman calling you baby or sweetheart means nothing. A woman buying you gifts.
That absolutely means nothing. Just because she has a baby by you absolutely means nothing. So if a woman, listen, this is how diabolical these women are. A woman can have a baby from you. She can say, I love you. She can get you gifts. And that means nothing. Because you know why? She's a slave to her emotions and the way she feels. And that supersedes any commitment that she stands for, anything that she actually, it supersedes that, the way she feels. See, woman love is, I'm not saying men, everybody love is conditional, right? Everybody loves conditionally. So let me make that clear. Ain't nobody out here loving unconditionally in a manner of whatever, right? It's always a condition, right? It's I love you because you're handsome and you fuck me good, or I marry you because whatever, right? But there's always a condition behind love. So and once the conditions are not met, it then becomes no more love, right? Because Ali, when them was debating me, oh, you can love. I said, oh, women can love you. A true woman can love you. No woman, nobody, no human can love each other forever because it's conditional. That means it can change. So therefore, when somebody say I love you, that doesn't mean, nigga, y'all finna be together forever. That doesn't mean they're not gonna fuck nobody else on you. But those things as humans that we demand, our expectations, that's what we take as love. Oh, she ain't out here fucking all these dudes and she only let me hit it. Oh, she loved me. Vice versa. Oh, yeah, he's only with me. He ain't fucking with other girls. That means he loved me. So I could talk shit. I can call him a bitch, a whole motherfucker, but as long as I don't cheat, he loved me. And vice versa, man. Just because she says I bought you a gift or made you smile a few times, oh, she loves me. But go out and fuck somebody else and see how much she loves you. Or sometimes you ain't got to do that. But this is the cold hard fact right here that Rufus is going to give you. This is the game. Buckle up. Facts, Jay Williams. But this is, buckle up for this. Buckle up for this. A woman would never love you or anybody else more than she loves herself. So she can never be loyal to you, nigga. Because she's going to pick herself over you every time. Every motherfucking time. 10 times out of 10. 10 times out of 10. So don't think you meet a woman and you got butterflies in your stomach and she said all the things and you're saying all the things. Nigga, you better focus, nigga. Focus. Focus, because you got to remember, whoa, how long can this last? That's how you got to look at it. That's how you got to look at it. How long can we keep this up, this type of energy? You think a motherfucker can keep that energy up forever? Even people who are married for like 20, 30 years, they end up hating each other. But a lot of them do it because they were in there too long. A lot of women stay because like, damn, I'm just too old. I'm going to stay in here even though I don't really want to finish this, but where the fuck I'm going to go? I'm 56 years old, 50. Ain't nobody want me no more. I can't get the man I really want. I can't go out here shopping no more, so they stay in the marriage. Same, and the men, you know, we just happy to have a wife. Niggas be just happy to get married. Whoop-de-doop-de-doop. I'm so happy I got married. And women looking like, it's all right. What can this make me better? Women look at this, can this put me in the next level? That's the way women look at marriage. Business acquisition. Right? Business acquisition. And sometimes they're just married just because, just to do it. To get that lifestyle, to get whatever, right? It ain't always love. Sometimes people marry for money. Sometimes people marry, you know, just for status. But most women marry for status. So if a woman married for status, that means you don't marry the woman, you marry her emotions and the way she feels. And she feels that marriage gives her status. Once she gets into the marriage with you, she's going to get bored easily. That's why women get bored the fastest. Because once that status don't give them what they think they should be, off to the next. So realize that women, they're beautiful creatures, sexy human beings. But long-term commitment and all that stuff, you are not going to get that with them. It just ain't going to work. I'm in Miami. Let me see what Jay. I'm in Miami. These old 50-something-year-old bras out here acting like they're young. Yeah. They got to. They got like makeup on. You know, being delusional. Right? They're out here being delusional. You know, but see, what the old women are doing, they understand that the young women are too expensive. They're seeing it. The young women are too savage. So the old women trying to get in there and get their paw in the game. Hey, but they got too much baggage. Ain't no way. Don't take no your older women. I'm telling you, don't do that. Don't do that. Because they come with too much baggage. Young women come with baggage too. Older women come with more baggage. It's over. It's over for the
I want to thank you for my family. God. I want to thank you for my food. And God. Thank you. Because my daddy made the New York Times bestsellers list.
But just when they were about to hit the 2-year anniversary, fans started noticing a change in Jeezy. Suddenly, he wasn't appearing in as many of Jeannie's social media posts. And even when he did, it seemed like they were forcing the cuteness that once came to them naturally. Y'all, looking back now, it's obvious that it was around this time that Jeezy first found out that Jeannie might be sneaking around with Mario behind his back. What makes this even shadier is the fact Mario and Jeannie had everyone completely fooled. On the surface, they looked like perfectly normal co-workers. They were friendly with each other, but not too much. But after their alleged affair was revealed, so many things that seemed innocent back then suddenly took on a new meaning. Like that moment when Mario held Jeannie and Jeezy's daughter during an interview and even shared a little cuddle with her. As innocent as it seemed, the idea that Jeezy was watching that happen while knowing that they were having an affair is horrifying. He probably felt sickened the whole time, but had to keep up appearances to protect Jeannie's career. According to an inside source, Mario and Jeannie have been exchanging flirtatious texts for a considerable amount of time. However, they were unaware that Jeezy had discovered the text as early as June, when he started the divorce process. Now, it's not clear when Mario and Jeannie moved from flirtatious texts to something more serious, but it didn't take long for Jeezy to put 2 and 2 together. And when he didn't waste any time calling up his lawyer to fast-track the divorce. Not just that, but he also wanted joint legal and physical custody of their kid, and he wasn't planning to give her any more than was required since they had a prenup. In the court document, he revealed that they had been separated for a while and there was no hope for reconciliation. Things quickly went downhill from there. Once Jeannie realized that Jeezy wasn't playing around, she went on the defensive and started accusing him of all sorts of things. First,
And what did she accuse him of? But this is what women do. Facts, J. Will, facts. She doing that for the camera. So fake. Facts. But this is what women do. Now she's going to try to cover up her blemishes by accusing him, right, of all those allegations. Yes. And this is what women do. This is why, gentlemen, you have to understand the game that you're playing with these women. Jeezy, I have no problem with him dealing with that woman. But the one mistake he made a very critical error when he gave her that ring, when he gave her that marriage. Why would you do that? That comes a larger part of his illusion, right? Illusion of thinking that women aren't savage, thinking that women that she love you for you, your character. She didn't care about your status. That was the illusion. And men in these spaces have this illusion. We think that the woman that we're dealing with, the one that we're marrying, and the one that we've been with for years, don't want our money, don't want our status, don't care about that. And that's the illusion of men, even though women blatantly say they want providers. Even though women say they want providers. Even though they say they want a man to make 6 figures. Even though these women are saying, I want my man to be a baller. I want him to take care of, pay my bills. But just don't give her no money up front and take her to the park and walk around the park and talk to her for, a couple of years and to see if she love you for you, nigga. That dumbass shit. Don't leave with your wallet. How you gonna not leave with your wallet when they're demanding your wallet? Women are demanding a wallet to even exclusivize them, even to get some sex from them. So I don't understand why men are sitting here pushing this narrative that if you do these things right here, vetting and courting, during the vetting and courting, don't leave with your wallet, leave with your character, leave with your personality, that you're going to get you, or you make and land you a good woman that's going to stand the test of time. And by the numbers and by all the information you got, we see that marriage is failing at a great rate. All marriages, I believe, are unhealthy of some form. I really do. I believe all marriages are of some form of unhealthiness. That's why the happy wife, happy life is the dominant ideology of how the marriages are working. He got a prenup, but he's still tied to her financially through that child. Well, no, I mean, well, they're married, so she makes pretty good money, so he ain't got to pay no alimony. So yeah, he got to pay for the child support though. But here's the thing, gentlemen. Women are their own autonomy, and they think for themselves. They are free thinkers. They don't think we. They don't think we. They think me. Women stand 10 toes down on who they are independently of a man. Women are free and they think freely. So that means when it's time for them to get some more dick, they gonna get them some more dick, nigga. If it's time for them to leave you, they gonna leave you. Because in a woman's eye, every man is expendable. In a woman's eye, they look at men as business transactions. That's the way women look at men. And they would never stop looking at men. They never look at you, oh, I'm just in love with your character. Now, your character and your personality might help the chances of you getting sex. It might make her give it to you a little faster or guarantee you some of that poo nanny. But when it comes to long-term, commitment, women are looking for you to meet a lot of demands.
She claimed he blindsided her with the divorce, which wrecked her emotionally. It felt like sympathy farming, and people didn't buy it because the writing had been on the wall for months. She was just too wrapped up in her affair to see it. Oh, but she didn't stop there. And what she said next took the case in a whole different direction. Jeannie accused Jeezy of DV. According to court documents, he put his hands on her in an April 2022 incident at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel in San Francisco. He also allegedly verbally assaulted her by calling her a effing B and repeating, "I can do so much better than you." Hotel security had to step in, and she didn't feel safe with him. In another incident, Jeezy allegedly grabbed Jeannie so violently in a car that it resulted in multiple 2 to 3 inch scratches across her right breast. According to Jeannie, Jeezy apologized at least once, and she attached screenshots of chats and photos of the injuries. But interestingly, none of the photos matched up with the injuries she claimed he inflicted on her. However, Jeezy completely flipped the script on her. In a statement to ET, he denied the DV allegations, saying they were not only false, but also
So because she was losing, because he filed a divorce, and she was getting exposed for cheating, and women hate losing, she started lying. False allegations. I can show y'all the document. Let's look at the document. Let's look at the document. Once again. And these women are diabolical, man. These women are diabolical. So she said, so she's the respondent motion to enforce response to the petitioner's motion. So she's the petitioner. She petitioned to the court, first informed, to be clear, that no, she's the respondent. She gave the court this motion right here. This is what she filed to the court. First and foremost, to be clear, the petitioner has never held the respondent against her will, ever. So she accused them of kidnapping. The petitioner has never struck the respondent with a closed fist across her cheekbone and eye, or punched and choked the respondent in any manner whatsoever. She accused him of hitting her in the cheekbone and the eye and punched her. Then the petitioner has never pushed the respondent down any stairs. Then she lied and said Jeezy pushed her down the stairs. Those allegations are completely unsubstantiated. The petitioner does not own an AK-47. Then she said Jeezy was told they owned AK-47 around the house. which is an illegal gun to have. You can't have an AK-40. You can't have it, especially if it's especially if you're a felon, and Jeezy's a felon. The petitioner specifically denies that he has left guns and bullets all over the marital home. So she lied to them and said, "Oh yeah, he leaves bullets and he got guns," because she knew his history. So she tried to manipulate the system against him. The claims by the respondent are entirely fabricated and staged in an intentional effort to destroy the petitioner's name, brand, and reputation, because this divorce action was filed. So she just basically started lying and playing a victim mentality, the victim role. Oh, he did this to me, he did that to me. So she could get the kids, probably sue him, take a lot of money. She probably want to get a lot of money. But because none of this was substantiated, it fell short. So this is what women do. This is what women do when you leave them. When you are winning it and they feel you're winning, they will, once again, right? They will do this to you. They don't give a fuck about you. Now, you got to remember, these two were married, had a baby. She told him probably over hundreds of times, "I love you, nigga. I love you. We're going to be together forever." And then she started fucking some other dude within months down the line. And then when he filed for divorce, she started lying on him. So is there a thin line between love and hate? That's the question, right? Or did she ever truly love him? That's facts, Jay Will. That's facts. They lie because there are no penalty for them lying. Right? There's no, and they're going to keep doing it. And this is the part what makes women get the leverage in these relationship and marriages. Because they know they can lie on you. And if it doesn't go through, nothing's going to happen. Get counseling. Get counseling. Get help. Right? Get help. That's all they're going to tell them. They're not going to charge them for false accusations.
So deeply disturbing, especially coming from someone I loved. He added, "This malicious attempt to tarnish my character and disrupt my family is ridiculous. It's disheartening to witness the manipulation and deceit at play. And at this time, my main concern is being an active father to our daughter as I continue to fight for court-mandated joint custody. Rest assured, the truth will prevail through the legal channels." According to
So she was trying, not only was she trying to lie on him, she was trying to take away facts. Right? Bitch tried to jam the dog. Facts. Bitch. But she, not only that, she tried to take joint custody away. She's probably trying to tell a nigga, you can send a baby maybe once a month. These women are diabolical, homie. And let me help y'all understand what I mean by that. Yeah, she may not beat you up, put hands on you, right? She may not, yell with you, but she will leverage the system if she is playing to win. Women play to win. Women only care about winning. And they love themselves enough not to be a loser. And they will leverage the system against you. They will leverage your own family, your kids against you. They will leverage their vagina against you. They will do whatever it takes to destroy you to keep from losing. Because one thing about women, they hate to lose. They hate it. I think that might be their number one thing women hate in the whole fucking world. I think that's what, they get mad. They get over that. They take you back. Women take dudes back for cheating. But to lose is almost suicidal for women. Women will go into depression. They hate it. They hate it. And they're sore losers. Women are sore losers. So just remember, if you're going to get in a long-term commitment or in a long-term commitment, just understand, right? These are the ramifications that are potential, right? These are the ramifications that potential. Because one thing about it, women, they don't like to lose. Win at all costs. Win at all costs. It don't matter who gets hurt. They don't care about the baby. Right? They don't care about the kids. They don't care. Long as they want to win. They can disguise, they can make up a lie to the kids. Right? The kids wouldn't, oh yeah, your dad, this, that. They can tell them, and the kids have to believe them, right? So they ain't really caring. They ain't really caring about the kids. But this is where we have to understand, right? When dealing with women, you have to tread very. Jeezy, he did the right thing as far as she's an attractive woman, enjoying the pleasure, but he made the one fatal mistake. He kissed the ring. And once he married her and kissed the ring, she went out and had herself a ball. Fucking her host, get her black bone out. You know, he tried to turn a hoe into a housewife. Right? He tried to turn a hoe into a housewife. And just because she got a career, just because she's educated, and this is where we got to stop doing this too. We got to stop acting like because they got low body counts. Because this girl she was married for 13 years, right? She's married for 13 years to one man, right? Just because a woman got low body count, don't mean she ain't savage. Don't mean she can't be diabolical. You know, if the breakup ain't her idea, she gonna want these facts. Facts, Ronnie. She want to crush you. Facts, Ronnie. These women ain't playing. They can't stand lose. Men, we don't like lose either, but we can kind of, when it comes against a woman we love, we'll take the L. You know what I mean? Men, even if it ain't our fault. A lot of men say, you know what? I could have been better. But women, nigga, they losing, nigga, they ready to kill you. They will take you out. So don't let these women fool you.
I don't got no enemies. I ain't got no issues. I don't want no enemies. I don't want no issues. I just want peace. I just want joy. And I just want freedom. I love my freedom.
There's two reasons why a man leaves his wife.
And when he was saying that, I want peace, I want my freedom, he was trapped in that marriage. And she trapped his ass. He said, I want peace. This is after he got divorced. I want my peace. I want my freedom. Because she was on it, you know what I mean? She was trapped in her emotion. She was trapped in her emotional roller coaster. He was, right? She was arguing with him, fighting with him every other day, accusing him, accusating, and she was getting her back blown out the whole time. You know why she was getting her back blown out? I'm going to tell you why she got her back blown out. Because she went to that host, her co-host, probably she's been knowing him before them two met. She started telling the guy about the problems in their marriage. Oh, he's this. Oh, he always this, da. And that nigga got him some sympathy sex. And then they start having sex. This is why women are very, very frugal and fickle, right? They're very fickle, right? And crazy part about it, they don't keep the business in the house. One thing about women, they're not keeping. Let this be a warning to you, gentlemen. Let this be a warning to you. They're not keeping y'all business in the house. I don't give a fuck what women you with. I don't care what type of woman. She got friends. Women don't keep y'all business in the house. They go out and run their mouths about everything that goes on. This is what they do. And if a guy is attractive enough, especially a guy friend, right? If they're attractive enough, or even some stranger she met at her job, or some stranger that she cool with, and he's attractive enough, and he talks to her enough, he ain't even got to be that attractive. As long as he listens, she'll tell him everything. Oh yeah, he doesn't do this. My husband, he does. Women love to gossip. Women love to gossip like niggas like to play football and basketball. And a woman to put the whole relationship, she'll tell a whole stranger about her relationship. A woman don't give a fuck. She'll tell everything to a nigga she knew for 3 weeks. She'll tell everything to a woman she only knew for 3 days. Co-worker she just met. Hey girl. So you what's up? You single? No, I got a boyfriend. I'm married. Oh, then they talk a little while. Then she like, so how did a strange woman? She meets this strange woman at work or at a meeting or at an event, and then she befriends this woman. And the woman gonna ask her, "Hey, baby, so what's up, girl? How's your relationship going? How's your marriage going?" Oh, it's all right. It's all right. You know, I love him though, but you know, he gets on my nerves. He don't do this, he don't do that, he don't do this, he don't do this, he don't do that, he don't do that, he don't do this, he don't do this, he don't do that. And the friend, her new girlfriend, to be like, "Girl, you beautiful. Love yourself. Love yourself, boo." And then that's when the cancer starts. Now, it might take a little time, right? But that's when the cancer starts. She's running her, and this is the one thing I do not like about women. I hated this. Don't take our business outside this house. Not even to your mama. I don't even want my girl telling her mama about our problems. What happens in the house, in-house, stays in-house. But women don't listen. Women don't take direction. She's going to go and run her mouth about an argument that was her fault, but she's going to make it seem like it was my fault. You know, they're never going to tell the story that paint themselves as the bad person, right? They're always going to tell the story to paint them as the victim. To what? Garner sympathy. And sympathy garners what? It conflates the ego. It validates the bad behavior. This is what women do. This is why you don't marry them. This is why long-term commitment is dangerous, because women don't respect boundaries. She's going to run her mouth. That's why finding a wife doesn't guarantee a healthy life, because when a woman takes your business outside the house, this is an unhealthy practice. This is an unhealthy practice. Because why? Outside influence, misery loves company. We all know this. And women, they love to run their mouths. Oh, yeah, this, that. And then the misery, who loves the company, gonna say, oh, well, shit. Especially if she tells a dude who wants to fuck her. Especially if she tells a dude who wants to get in her pants. She start telling that nigga, y'all done. Y'all done, nigga. If not done, he's going up in her. Because he gonna be everything you not. Because she gonna give him the blueprint. See, women give adversaries the blueprint on how to destroy the very marriage that she's in. Because she's constantly running her mouth. Because women love to what? Gossip. And sometimes it's their turn to bring the juicy news. Oh, what? What, girl? What? Oh, what? And then that's where it starts. And now your relationship is in jeopardy. Your marriage is in jeopardy. So this is why Rufus is anti-long-term or marriage. Because once again, women like to break these boundaries. They got this freedom of equality through feminism. They can be their best version of it. They got all this, self-love, whatever, right? So they don't respect anything you tell them. I'm a bad bitch. I'm a boss bitch. And because women live independently in an independent mindset, even if they're married or in a long-term relationship, they don't give a fuck about gossiping about what's going on in their marriage or their relationships. Not knowing this is unhealthy behavior. This is stupidity.
Or file for divorce. Number one is another woman pushing him to do it, okay? Or number two is something real foul went down.
Oh my God, her hair looks like...
So Jeannie Mai's worst fear just came to life after Jeezy snapped and exposed the real reason for their divorce. A raw...
I don't got no enemies. I ain't got no issues. I don't want no enemies. I don't want no issues. I just want peace. I just want joy. And I just want freedom. I love my...
He said he just want peace because he couldn't find it with his wife. He couldn't find it with the love of his life. All she brought was strife. And this is what women do. This is their, and this is, let me preface, this is 100%. The only way you're going to get a little bit of leverage in these relationships nowadays, you got to go overseas. You got to go to the Philippines, Thailand. They're going to use you for money, so they're a little bit more submissive because they're real poor over there. They dirt poor over there. Dirty poor. So you come with your little money, oh, you're a hero. So they're going to be, but the only thing about them is you got to take care of their family too. And Thai women are just big hoes. So she's gonna cheat on you. Filipino women, they might not cheat, but you're going to take care of their whole family. Mama, uncles, sisters. Yeah. You got to take care of the whole clan. But that's the only way you're going to get a little bit of, I would say, at least she's going to fake it till she make it. They're still, because they're real poor. But here in America, Europe, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Women, even though they might struggle a little bit, they want to make money, but they're not going to give up their power. They're not going to bow down to no man and listen to a man instructions when she thinks she's better than you, or just as smart as you, or just as much a leader as you. And that's how these women feel. They feel like they're leaders too. So, in America, you ain't going, hey, you might as well just go ahead and just enjoy your life, live your life, get your gratification when you need, you know what I'm saying, pull up, and that's it. All that dedicating, long-term commitments, wedding rings, weddings, marriages, that's just for the birds, nigga. If Jeezy, with the success and status he had, and I can name many more celebrities, but I'm going to stick with Jeezy because he's on the picture here. If this the homie, Jeezy said he was a great husband, so he wasn't cheating, right? Because he probably thought, man, I want my daughter, I want this my wife, right? You know, I want to bring stability. I ain't out here because if he really see, typically when men like this get married, they're going to be faithful. Because why? Because they already had all the bitches. He's a rapper, so he had a gang of bitches. So he don't want that life no more. If he wanted that life, he would not marry her. Feel me? Now, granted, Offset's he wanted his cake and eat it too. He's a, you know, but typically when you see these rappers, athletes get married to a woman, typically they're not going to play around, right? Because they would just stay single. And they can have as many as women they like. They got all this money. They got millions. So they can have a different bitch every night. Sometimes 2, 3 the same night. They can have as many as they want. All you can eat. So if they marry and give up all those options, they're typically going to be faithful. There's a few exceptions, but most of them, 99% of them are going to be faithful. Because they understand I'm doing this because I want a nuclear family. I want this relationship to have a chance to make it. And I know that I can't go out here fucking all these women if I want this marriage to make it. This is the way men think. Now, once again, there are a few outliers like Offset, you know, who just, you know, he was just who he was. But most men who are at the top, making all that money, got all them women. They got women everywhere. These men, if they get married, they're most likely going to be loyal to that woman. Because they're giving up those, they're not being fulfilled by having all these women. They're not being fulfilled like they want to be. And most men believe in a nuclear family. And when they get all that money, what they want to do, they want to start a family. But they just don't want to have it. Most of these men don't want to have babies everywhere with all these different types of women. They typically want it with a woman that they consider their wife. But this is a very dangerous mindset because these men are getting fucked. Tyrese, Jeezy, you know what I'm saying? And more. The rich men are getting cheated on too. And I'm not saying that, once again, I'm not going to say that us men are perfect. What I am saying is, typically, if a rich man who has access to over hundreds of thousands of women, some maybe more, some less, give up all them 100,000 women to marry one woman, he typically going to be faithful because he's already experienced an unsurmountable amount of women. So he's like, okay, I want something. I want a nuclear family. I want my kids to have the best chance of a 2-parent household. A lot of men believe in this. Believe it or not, most men are more big on nuclear family than women are, in my opinion. So especially when they're rich, if they get married, they want that. There are some guys who, you know, but I'm just saying, for the most part, they're going to be faithful. For the most part, right? There ain't nobody totally want to be faithful. That's impossible. But they're going to do what it takes to make that family try to work. So when a man divorces his wife, it's serious. She had to fuck up big, especially because he could have stayed single and just played the field. He ain't even got to lie about it. He just like, look, I need you to go, baby. I got another chick coming through. And they're like, okay, just call me when you're ready for me. That's how when you have money and status, you can do that. You ain't got to marry no woman. You can get these women to have your kids. But once again, right? Jeezy made the fatal mistake. He made the fatal mistake. He sacrificed his options, and he gave this woman a ring. And that was the fatal mistake he made. He should have kept her in a slot. He should have kept her in the slot. Come up with a deal. How much come in? If we want to have a kid, let's make a deal. That's the fatal mistake. That marriage is a fatal mistake a lot of men make, especially rich men. Poor men, they got to do it, right? Poor men, they got to get married because they ain't got access to the box like that. That's changing though. That's changing. That's changing through prostitution. But I'm just saying that's another conversation. So let's get back to my boy Jeezy.
There's two reasons why a man leaves his wife or files for divorce. Number one is another woman pushing him to do it, okay? Or number two is something real foul went down.
Oh my God, her hair looks like...
So Jeannie Mai's worst fear just came to life after Jeezy snapped and exposed the real reason for their divorce. A raw, unedited sex tape featuring her and her lover, Mario Lopez. That tape is currently making the rounds on the dark web, and it's only a matter of time before it gets sold to the highest bidder. Jeannie Mai is scrambling because she spent the last few months painting Jeezy out to be a monster, only for it to turn out that she was the one being two-faced the whole time. But now everyone's asking, did Jeezy just snap out of the blue, or has he been planning this?
So once again, let's do it like this, right? Rufus gonna get my boys right. We're gonna be right. I'm getting y'all ready, soldiers, for this new dating, new marriage. I'm gonna have you right. If you fuck with Ruthless, you'll become ruthless when you deal with these women. Follow Rufus' lead, and you have a very successful tenure with women. If you guys follow my lead, you will have a successful tenure with women, because I'm telling you the game. I'm giving you the game. These women are, number one is, Jesus made a fatal mistake of giving her that ring because he pedestalized her. He thought she was a good woman, that, oh, this is mother of my children, my wife. And she was going to use you, stupid. She married you for status, stupid. Status. She didn't give a fuck about you. But this is the mistake us men make. We got to stop being delusional about the way these women view us. And here's the crazy part about it, homies. The women are saying it with a loud voice. They let their nuts hang. Nigga, my name Cash App. Nigga, you want to talk to me? Cash App me. Oh, you gonna pay for my bills? You wanna be my man? You gonna pay my bills? I don't be in a relationship. That's that nigga. I don't pay bills when I'm in a relationship. Or I don't pay bills when I'm married. These women are letting their nuts hang, nigga. But we're, as men, we're still delusional that she loves me for me. I'm gonna leave it my character. She's always a woman always looking for a come up, nigga. She always looking at niggas a business perspective, always. And she might pick the one guy, but she's looking to dominate you, nigga. You hear Jesus said, I want my peace. I want no enemies. Because even before she cheated, right? She was arguing with this nigga. She was trying to dominate this nigga every motherfucking day. And he got enough of it. He started probably, fuck this, I'm not coming home. So she went out and started getting her back blown out. Because she started talking to her friend of a long time who she'd been flirting with. Oh, yeah, he just doesn't come home. He started talking about, and then he started blowing her back out. Oh, I'll be here for you, baby. And the next thing you know, sexual retention. He blowing the back out that Willie Whitwit. And this is the dangers. These are the dangers when you deal with women. To me, women are great, are even better when they have less responsibility. That's the best time women are at. When let's say they prostitute. Women are better prostitutes than they are wives. They're better prostitutes than their wives. Women are failing at this shit. They're failing at this shit. They're underperforming in these marriages and these long-term relationships. But niggas still want to, well, there's a good woman out these. Don't you see the numbers? If women are divorced 800,000 times a year, and then the relationships, the marriages that are lasting, happy wife, happy life, which is unhealthy form of a relationship or marriage, what does that tell you? Women suck at long-term commitment, at reciprocating, at being respectful, all that shit. And most men get turned into bitches. If you marry a woman, you got to become her bitch. She gonna make you her bitch. That's what these women do. She gonna make you become her bitch. Because she's only there for that.
Years. And I'm gonna be honest, I lost a good man because of my mindset of I can compete with a man. Like clean vibes, princess treatment. I ain't have to fucking work. I ain't have to do nothing. I'm talking about lift a finger, but my mouth was bad, and I lost a good man. Like she said, I ain't have to do nothing. Like everything about him was good.
So knowing that,
I'm taking that L, but I still have to.
So you working on it?
Because it's other good men.
So you working on it?
Huh?
You working on it?
That mouth. I'm working on my mouth because in my next relationship, I'm going to obey direct orders. I disobeyed every direct order, but I didn't cheat. And I thought I'm the perfect wife. I don't cheat. I don't go outside. I don't even get dogged up. But I'm in the house saying, fuck you, suck my dick. Fuck your mother. Fuck everybody in this motherfucker. Man, fuck the kids we got together.
And this is how these women feel. This is how these women feel. This is why you don't marry. This is why you don't overly commit to these women, because they're looking to make you their bitch. That's why she talk that way. That's why she talking shit. Because she looked at her husband as her bitch. Suck my dick. Right? She said, suck my dick. She ain't even got a dick.
If being honest was a person, watch this video. Let me know what you think. Let's go.
What are your thoughts on the following statement? Dating for women is like shopping, while dating for men is like a job interview that he's paying for.
Yeah.
Can you explain that?
We feel like they're runner-ups and contestants.
If women have an abundance of choices, would women ever enter an arrangement where they weren't knowingly in control?
No.
So if women are the choosers, how are men the leaders?
Good question.
Very good question.
How can men lead if it's by women's terms?
I have no clue.
Are men leading when they subject themselves to rejection at a woman's discretion?
No.
So then why do we say that men are leaders when women are in control?
We want you guys to lead while we're still in control.
And this is what happens if you overly commit to these women. She's gonna run you, nigga. She's gonna make you her bitch. You trying to make her your bitch, she's gonna make you her bitch. And we can mark it out. Let's walk this down. Let's walk this down. Think about it. When you first meet a woman, right? You've already in a deficit. You got to meet her expectations to, you're on the interview. So she's going to expect you to pay. That's a part of seeing if you're submissive. That's a part of seeing if you are good, obedient, right? She's going to see if you're on time picking her up. If you're not going to be fucking other bitches. You're not going to be doing this. You're not going to be doing that, right? And fuck her good. Okay. Right? She's like, okay. He's a good slave. This is a good slave right here. This is a good slave. But we men, we look at it like, oh, we've been courting chivalry. We look at it like we just want to be a good man to her. We want to make her, but she's looking at it like, nigga, you bowing down. You bowing to me, nigga. You paying for all these dinner dates. You're this, you're doing that, you're doing this, you're doing that. So she's looking at you like, okay, is he gonna be my bitch? Or she's not looking at you just like, oh, well, he's just a guy that I really love, I admire. He's a leader, he's gonna take me to it. No. Now, there are different levels. There's some women who marry for money, but all women marry for control. Right? All women marry for the level of control. They will not enter a marriage with you if they do not feel like they have the control. So finding a wife, if finding a wife does not guarantee you a healthy life, why find a wife? Feel me? You smell me? Because it's just the name of the game. You have to do what you have to do what's best to make yourself happy. A woman is not the answer. She's not the answer.
The whole time.
Jeannie Mai was trying to keep her marriage together. But when Jeannie Mai realized that she was losing the battle in the court of public opinion, when she realized that Jeezy was dead serious about getting not only joint custody, but possibly primary custody of their child, she had to go into damage control, and she is now accusing him of she posted a picture. I'm not going to show y'all the picture of her, I guess her foot, and she claims that he did something to her foot, not her face, but her foot.
Before we even get into Jeezy and Jeannie Mai's divorce and the fallout from it, we first have to talk about the moment when fans realized that Jeezy was done with her for good, because that moment was caught on camera. It was during a recent interview with The Breakfast Club. Jeezy was asked about what life after marriage was like and if he had any regrets at all, and his response shocked fans because he wasn't angry or resentful. He just calmly said he felt great and finally free from the marriage. He added that he was happy he no longer had to deal with enemies. In his words, "I'm putting myself first at all costs." And that line, putting myself first at all costs, it rang out because it was clear that Jeezy was done for real this time. If you watch closely, you can catch the moment it hit.
Peace. I'm all about understanding. I'm all about what's best for everybody.
Yeah.
The greater good. And it just like, I'm just telling you, like my life, I tell myself this every day, like, man, this is amazing. I don't got no enemies. I ain't got no issues. I don't want no enemies. I don't want no issues. I just want peace. I just want joy, and I just want freedom. I love my freedom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I love it. Like, you just talk about, I came up here independently. I just called, like, I'm coming to the Breakfast Club. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got to check in. I ain't got to talk to no label. I ain't got to do nothing. And shout out to Def Jam. Love y'all. But it's just like.
And let's break down that code. What he's talking about is his wife, his former wife. I ain't got to check in. She had that nigga checking in like Big U and them from the 60s. Wives got their husbands checking in. You get married, nigga, you gonna have to check in, nigga. And she gonna want that location. She gonna want the code to that phone. Yeah. Oh yeah, nigga. Break yourself. We got to make respect great again. And the only way you're gonna do it is you gotta respect yourself. And don't make a bad deal, right? Do not get into a bad deal with these women, man. This is just, man, I could bring up 100 more videos easily. 1,000 are from Aisha Curry on down. These women are not built for these type of things that men want, right? So you have to do something to secure your stability. Right? Even if you invite a woman over your house, you need to have video cameras, tapes, everything. These women are crazy, man. This is how these women are, right? These women are, they're not built for long-term success. But short-term gratification is a revelation. Because you just don't have to deal. You don't have to deal with all that baggage. Why would you sign up to deal with someone who is very unstable in their emotional settings, who's can be very disrespectful? And what I mean by disrespect ain't just not name calling. It's also going out and taking the household business and taking it to and talking and sharing it with strangers. That's disrespectful. Right? What happens in-house stays in-house. But once again, if you get in a woman, just believe your relationship she's going to gossip about your shit. And who knows who she's talking to. Right? Who knows? Who in the world can she telling this? It could be anybody. It ain't just could be her friend. She can tell a strange ass nigga, oh yeah, if they conversate long enough. Listen, if y'all don't believe Ruthless, go out and do a test. right? Find a woman who smile at you. Go and talk to her and say, how's she doing? And she says she has a boyfriend. I guarantee you, if you talk to her past 10 minutes, she's going to tell you everything you want to know about her relationship. And this is why you just don't tie your wagon to these women. You just got to stop doing it. I'm sorry. I'm not for the city. You got what Martin Luther King said. I sold my people into a burning house. I walked my people into a burning house. I'm not walking my people into a burning house. No, sir. Because one thing you got to remember, men, we are valuable with or without women. We don't need women to be valuable. Now, I do understand the nature of wanting to have someone there, to live with, come home to, a beautiful woman or whatever. I understand the desire for that, right? It's pretty much every man's ultimate goal, right? To have one woman he come home, or some two women, or three, whatever. But, the ultimate goal is to have one woman that he come home to. And to me, the problem with that is you might be in a situation. You might put yourself in a situation where you have to give up your manhood. Right? You don't want to treat you like a bitch. Right? Right? These women, they acting like they want to be the leaders. They're not looking for leaders. They're looking to lead. They're looking to be heard. Women have voices and they want to be heard. They want to lead. Women think they're leaders. Simple. So I'm in the stream. Thank y'all for coming. Hope y'all learned something. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. And I'm out.